Delia, do you have any idea what the hell you're talking about?
Yes, I do. Seneca Bolak is going to adopt Edmund. They've begun proceedings. You didn't know that, Frank?
Delia.
Look, I was sure that you knew that. I didn't think that Jill Coleridge, Jill Bolak was the type of person to take a baby away from you and not tell you about it.
All right, knock it off. What do you mean they've begun proceedings?
Well, I think that's what you call it. I mean, it doesn't happen all of a sudden. You have to begin the process. Look, Frank, you're a lawyer. You would know more about this than I would. I know that some kind of social worker was snooping around, and, I think they're going to be seeing a judge very soon.
Don't tell me what you think. Now try and put one complete thought together and tell me what you know.
I'm not really sure. I'm a little mixed up about this. Frank, you were gone in Florida with your lady friend, Mrs. Woodard. A lot of things happened. Faith and Tom got into that accident. I was very, very heavy into commodities. I'm diversifying, so of course I would get a little bit mixed up.
What about Edmund?
Jill said something to Roger about it. And I know it must have been about Edmund because, well, I thought to myself, poor Frankie's going to be very upset about this. See, Frank, I know you love having children, even though you can't spend a lot of time with them. And I know that. Look, I don't doubt what's important to you. That's not it.
You know, for once, I hope you're lying.
No, I'm not lying. I work, and I work, and I work to change, and then nobody cares. I'm different. Don't you believe that?
No.
Well, I am different, Frank. Look, just forget about it. I don't care whether you believe me or not. Just as long as the court believes me and I get custody of little John.
You'll never get hold of little John, Dee. I'll do whatever I have to make sure of that.
He needs me, Frank.
You should have thought of that 3 years ago.
You're going to deny little John his natural mother. What are you going to do, give him over to Ray Woodard?
Look, I'm not saying you won't be able to spend any time with him. Of course you will. And he'll know who his mother is. But you'll never get permanent custody of him, Dee. Try and get that through your head.
He loves me. And I love him very much.
When it's convenient.
You are cruel. You are vicious. And you are very bitter, Frank. You're going to wake up and you're going to be all alone and you're going to be very, very sorry. Now, there is no reason for you to blame me about this just because of Jill. It's not my fault just because Jill is letting Seneca adopt Edmund. Do you understand that?
Come in.
Judge DeCourcy?
Yes.
We're Dr. and Mrs. Bolak.
I'm very happy to meet you both.
Thank you.
Sit down, please.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I understand that you're interested in adopting your wife's son.
Man.
Bobby, I want you to do something for me right away.
Right.
Call family court. Find out who's handling the adoption of Edmund Strong Coleridge. The petition should be in the name of Seneca Bolak.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
How'd you find out?
Delia. Jill was talking to Roger. According to her, they've already scheduled a hearing.
Is Dee sure?
I think so. She decided to gracefully slip it into our conversation about little John. She told me I better be nice to her because pretty soon I won't have any sons left.
Okay, look, Frank, I'll talk to her, all right?
Bob, she's not going to get custody of little John. I'll try and make her understand that. Where is John, by the way?
I think he's out in the bar with your parents.
All right. I'll see them on my way out. I'm heading over to the office now. Call me as soon as you know anything.
I'll take care of everything. Hey, Frank? Sorry, man.
Well, everything seems to be in order. Yes. Caseworker's report is quite favorable.
I'm glad. Tell me, where do we go from here?
Well, I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind, just to try to get a sense of your relationship with Edmund and a picture of the family as it presently exists. Do you have any objections?
Oh, no, not at all.
Nope, of course not.
Good. Mrs. Bolak, I know, of course, that you're the legal counsel for Riverside Hospital. Do you feel that your involvement with your work has affected your relationship with your son?
Yes, it has. I think it's strengthened it. I love my work. I find it very satisfying and stimulating. I think somehow that gets transferred to Edmund.
I see. Dr. Bolak, do you have any objections to your wife's career?
I better not. No, none at all.
Mrs. Bolak, I understand that this is your first marriage.
Yes, that's right.
Do you feel that there's still a stigma placed on a child born out of wedlock?
Yeah, from society's point of view, yes. But I loved my baby. I wanted him to be born, and I haven't regretted a moment of that.
Does your perception of that social attitude have anything to do with your decision to have Dr. Bolak adopt your child?
No. I certainly would like Edmund to share in our family name. But more important than that, I think that my husband is a terrific father, and I would like to see that recognized legally.
Can you tell me about your relationship with the child's natural father?
We loved each other, and Edmund was conceived out of that love. But he can't acknowledge Edmund as his son.
And what is your relationship with this man at the present?
There is none, at least from an emotional point.
Dr. Bolak, do you have any ambivalent feelings about raising another man's child?
It's interesting. See, I've never regarded Edmund in that light. Even before he was born, I thought of him as my son.
I'm not sure I understand.
It's all right. It's a little complicated, the situation, but in the past 5 years, I've been seriously involved with two men, Seneca and Edmund's natural father. And when I became pregnant, I thought that the baby was Seneca's, and I didn't find out the truth until a couple of months after Edmund was born.
I see.
You see, I have always considered Edmund as my own. He was born prematurely. As a matter of fact, I delivered him. I watched him grow. I delighted in him. I loved him. Even when I found out that I wasn't his natural father, that love didn't stop. Never will. And whether the legal adoption goes through or not, he'll always be my son. I would like him to have my name and to be recognized officially as a member of our family.
I understand.
Tell me, once the various procedures are completed, how long does it take for an adoption to become official?
Normally, the court requires a minimum of 6 months from the date of your marriage.
I see.
You find that unreasonable?
Well, I'd like the process completed as soon as possible.
Why do you feel that way?
No logical reason, really. I'll just feel better once the adoption is over and behind us, and nothing can ever change it.
B-E-A-U-L-A-C. Right, okay then. Get back to me as soon as possible. It's very important. All right, great. Detective Reed, 555-1319. Okay, I'll be waiting for your call. Thank you.
I didn't realize that you'd still be here.
Delia, what in the hell are you trying to do?
Bobby?
All right, Delia, don't start with me now,
Stop.
okay?
What are you talking about?
You don't know, huh?
No, I don't know.
Did you or did you not just tell Frank that Seneca was going to adopt Edmund?
Yes.
Why?
Well, he is, isn't he?
That's not the point. The point is you decided to lay it on Frank right now.
Look, you'd have to find out sooner or later.
Oh, but not this way, not from you.
Me? From me? What am I a leper or something like that? I wish somebody would make up their mind in this house. You yell at me when I lie, and then when I tell Frank the truth, then you yell at me.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're just thinking about Frank, right?
You wouldn't believe it, would you? Bobby, he was so vicious to me. He said that I was an unfit mother. I would never have custody of little John. Bobby, that's... What's the use? What's the use? You're like everybody else here.
Delia, I'm just trying to figure out why you did what you did. Now, I know things haven't been easy for you. I know you've been trying to change. I thought you were making a hell of a lot of progress. So how do you expect me to react when you go up there and you pull a stunt like that?
What?
Making trouble just for the fun of it.
Making trouble for the fun of it. I want to be a good and a loving mother. That's called making trouble just for the fun of it. Bobby, Frank yells at me, and then you yell at me. I don't know what you expect.
I expect you to act like an adult.
This isn't fair. You're my brother, and you're taking sides against me.
Delia, what was the last thing I said to you before you went upstairs? Hmm?
I don't remember.
I told you this was a very delicate situation. It had to be handled very carefully. So what do? You go upstairs, you tell Frank you got him going crazy?
All I did was tell him the truth.
All you did was tell him about Seneca and Edmund in a way that you knew was going to make Frank angry. I mean, what do? You think it's going to win your case or something? Baby, you're going to alienate everybody from here down to the Battery. You're not thinking about little John. You're thinking about yourself. Because you're not a part of the Ryan family anymore. Well, just forget about it. Hurting everybody.
What do you think you are, a psychiatrist?
No, but I know you. And I'm just telling you to back off a little bit and try to remember that we owe something to the Ryans.
The Ryans?
Yeah.
Where's the Ryans? You think you know me. You think you know me, but you don't know me at all. Would you stop thinking about the Ryans and think about your own sister?
Delia, I've thought about you all my damn life. I thought you were going to start taking care of yourself.
I'm taking care of myself. I'm taking very good care of myself, so don't worry.
Ah, Delia, I thought I detected your dulcet tones emanating from the kitchen.
Where's little John?
Oh, he's gone with your ex-in-laws and Frank to the office. Is there a message?
Yes, tell him that I'll be back and that I love him. I'll see him later. Bye.
Oh, hi, Dee. How's the animal?
What animal?
I made your coat.
Look, I know you're not trying to be mean to me, but I don't know who's going to insult me next around here.
Huh? What was that all about?
When you get to my age, you'll learn not to ask questions like that, especially when it comes to Delia. All I know is she was upstairs having a chat with the senator, and the next thing is he comes barreling through here out the door, muttering something about important business, dragging your folks with him.
Huh. Well, at least it's nice to see somebody else keeping the place hopping for a change.
As if we need that. What are you up to these days?
You've heard about my job, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, I've heard some whisperings here and there, huh?
Oh, yeah, I bet. Well, it's terrific. It's fascinating. I learn something new every day. I don't know if I want to make it my life's work or not, but it's managed to keep me interested for over a week now.
Well, can you imagine that? Ah, Mr. Finelli.
Hi, Kevin.
Hello.
Hi.
You sure don't look like the world's most happy fella.
I was just at the hospital. So strange. Keep thinking about the day of the accident. Mary couldn't get Faith out of her mind. Kept thinking about her. It's as if she knew.
She always used to do that when we were kids. How are they?
I don't know. Official word is that Faith's condition is stable and nobody's giving out any information on Tom.
Why is that?
I don't know. Everybody I ask just shakes their head and walks away.
Couldn't Pat tell you anything?
He was in surgery.
Roger?
Went home for a couple hours sleep.
Well, what about, excuse the expression, Seneca Bolak?
He wasn't there. I don't know the new residents and interns, and all the nurses seem to know me from my picture on the column, and so they think I'm doing some kind of investigation, research.
Ah, the price of fame.
Ah, come on, Jack. They're going to be all right.
Sure.
So, how are things on the old home front?
With your, excuse the expression, sister?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Oh, trouble already.
No, there's no trouble. As a matter of fact, we're having home-cooked meals together. And we get to play with Ryan after dinner together. And...
Together. So, Mary's new job hasn't turned out to be the great natural disaster after all.
Nope.
It really gets you, doesn't it?
Listen, Junior, I am not the original tie my wife to the stove male chauvinist, no matter what you've heard to the contrary, huh?
Did I say anything?
You implied.
Me imply.
Anyway, everything's just fine with the new job. It's worked for 3 days. We can make it work for 10 years, however long Mary decides to be Channel 1's anchor man. Anchor person.
Thank you.
Anyway, how are things with you? Has the dust settled yet from your recent time bomb, huh?
My job has nothing to do with my family or maternal retaliation or whatever popular psychological theory you happen to subscribe to.
Okay.
The Family Planning Conference is an important and vital organization.
I said okay.
Okay, then.
You, come to some understanding with your mother?
We call it an armed truce. She doesn't ask questions, and I don't tell her. Hardly the quintessence of an honest relationship.
What'd you prefer? Hand-to-hand combat?
Anyway, I'm really getting into the philosophy of work over there. It's really great. I get to deal with all kinds of different people, listen to their case histories, refer them to the right services and so forth. It's really important work. Fewer and fewer babies are being born to parents who aren't ready to have them or willing to take care of them. There's a greater ability to control the population growth in accordance with the world's capabilities. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, wait 1 minute. I have got a great idea. This is perfect. Why don't you do an article on the Family Planning Conference? The philosophy behind zero population growth, the individual's responsibility to the society at large. Oh, or better yet, you could do a series of single articles. You could start out with the general philosophy and then get to specifics. The different kinds of birth control as they refer to different people with their individual lifestyles. That's a great idea. What do you think?
I think you're out of your mind.
Out of my mind?
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
Which word don't you understand?
Listen, pal, I just gave you a great idea for a story.
In the first place, that great idea would get me in no end of trouble, particularly with my wife and my mother-in-law. In the second place, pal, my column is my own territory where I write how I want to and what I want to. Got it?
Uh-huh. Great hotshot liberal columnist edits his convictions for his mother-in-law.
Anybody ever tell you that you're a big pain?
Frequently. Don't change the subject.
I do not edit my convictions for anybody. I am also not in the habit of basing my column upon the convictions of my sister-in-law.
Oh, so you don't believe in the philosophy behind practicing birth control?
At the moment, I'm thinking about the philosophy of busting you right in the mouth.
Nice.
Look, if I felt the need to write a column on the Family Planning Conference now, I would.
But you don't.
No. I also don't feel the need to alienate myself from the entire Ryan family.
Oh, low blow, Finelli. Seems Mary's theories are gaining in popularity.
Just call them the way I see them.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
I bet.
You know I like you.
Why?
Beats me. Maybe because you're a good fighter. And you don't take everything I say as personal affront.
Ah.
Or perhaps it's because I'm into slightly offensive, but nevertheless upfront and honest Mediterraneans.
Gee, thanks a lot.
I'm sorry. Look, I apologize for trying to tell you what to do.
Forget it. You know, I think I like you, too, when you're not being a pain in the neck.
Oh, that doesn't give you very many opportunities.
I even like you when you are being a pain in the neck.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I am.
Me too. Mortal Kombat always leaves me famished. Come on. I'll make you some lunch.
You're on. Hey, who gets to decide what goes into the sandwiches?
One step at a time, buddy. One step at a time.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, Georgia, listen, let me talk to Frank, okay? It's Bob.
All right, Georgia. Yeah, Bobby, what do you have?
Well, it looks like Dee was right, Frank. There was a preliminary hearing set after all. It should be over by today, right now.
Yeah.
It's being handled by Judge DeCourcy.
DeCourcy? Bert DeCourcy?
Do you know him?
Yes, I do. All right, Bobby. All right, thanks a lot.
Hey, Frank, what are you gonna do?
I'm not sure, but I know I'm not going to lose my son.
What if you could change your past? Erica does, every week, because sometimes the only way to move forward is to go back. A new original primetime drama, Being Erica, Thursdays at 10 on SoapNet.